Admiral's Log, May 28th, 1912. Another half year has gone by. I'm slowly rebuilding the Navy, but it's taking a lot more time than I would have liked. Fortunately, we have been able to win small battles here and there. We keep sinking British transport ships, but it seems that the British are barely affected, despite having a huge navy of almost 2.5 times the size of our own. How they fund this is beyond me. Some of our battleships are finally starting to pull their weight. Better late than never, as this class of ships cost millions per month to maintain. Now it is time to put one of our battleships to a real test, as we've encountered a British battlecruiser. Sinking one of these would be a huge boon to morale, and I have encouraged the captain to make sure that this destruction of the British battlecruiser happens at all costs. Hey guys, Stealth here, and welcome to episode 9 of the German campaign. Not the British. There are plenty of British about, and this is the Indefatigable, encountering the Kaiser Friedrich III. I have a lot more tonnage, but that does not mean that I will necessarily win this fight. Let's see if I can cripple this British battlecruiser. They have 6 of these, not necessarily this class, because the British have quite a few different classes. At least of ships, not strictly of battlecruisers. I'm going to keep the Kaiser a little angled and wait for my accuracy to build up, as well as for the ship to get properly identified. If they want to continue crossing the T, that's fine. Because as it stands, I think that my bow armor will protect me from damage for the moment. And maybe it won't. Maybe it won't. You guys have 11-inch guns, 6 of them. But is that all? What else you got? Oh, you got wing turrets. Yeah. Okay, so 6 11s, and then boosted by 8 9s, as well as a couple of 4s and 3s. I have 4 12s, so that gives me more firepower. Not necessarily more protection, though. I am, however, very happy to see that we finally have a green level of crew. So, after all this time, it seems that we might actually be doing something with the crew training. Now, as I said in the Admiral's Log, the Kaiser Friedrich III's captain has been instructed to effect the destruction of this battlecruiser, of the Indefatigable. And she has many bulkheads. She has a modicum of armor. And yet, I'm not that capable of penning this ship. Although, the rudder compartment of that ship would seem to disagree. I really need the Indefatigable dead. It's not going to do that much for power protection of the British, because they still have a massive amount of battleships. But every bit of damage against these ships helps. Oof. Destroyed one of my main guns? Good lord. Jeez, that thing is dangerous. Hard to port. They have a veteran crew. Yeah, they're hitting a lot, if not all of their shots. This is gonna hurt. This is gonna mutually hurt a lot. Those 11s are more than capable of damaging my ship. And causing a serious amount of damage, which will... Oh god. Which will set my economy back a lot. So I have... Oh, wow. We're both losing turrets. Jeesh. The Indefatigable has lost... her wing turrets? Yeah, her portside wing turrets are gone. I have lost the stern turret. It's been disabled. And the B turret has disappeared. This is definitely going to be a fight to the death. Oh, there goes another one. I'm just not sure whose death. Another flash fire. And another. And another. Good lord, that was a very quick fight. Way faster than I'd expected. I did get a nice amount of victory points there. But I lost quite a few crew members. this is going to get expensive. I don't like it. This is going to get expensive. How long is it going to take that ship to come back? 4 months. But we're paying less? Huh. That's interesting. We're paying less for this ship? Relative to when it would be in sea control. I don't know how that exactly works. But okay. We also got a convoy. This is our convoy. We got the Baden and the Mitchell and the V9 against the Aurora, the Barossa, and the Fury. I'm going to let the heavy cruisers take care of the destroyer and the light, and the destroyer is going to take care of the Aurora. That's the plan anyway. Of course, whether that will happen, that remains to be seen. Enemy west. Let's have a go at the enemy. Don't torpedo. These are the older class of heavy cruisers. I'm going to call them heavy. Because they only got those 7-inch guns. I basically only have these cruisers. Because I still need to have some sort of sea patrol. Or some sort of sea projection. Power projection. But it's not really going to work that well. Even the light cruisers, I think, were... Oh, hi. Were somewhat difficult to deal with. Okay, we're going to cut you off. We're going to fire only HE, because everything else is just going to harmlessly bounce off. Are you going that way? You're turning around. Okay. Let's slow you guys back to full speed. And see whether there is an opening to deal with that heavy cruiser using the destroyer. This is your real target. That's what I want you to kill. That's their destroyer. Art port. Keep doing some course changes every now and then, making sure that I don't accidentally eat a torpedo. Because I need to kill these smaller ships, and then I can chase after the Aurora. Or at starboard. The Aurora has not... Sorry, the Fury has not torped. I'm not sure about the light cruiser. Switch fire to the light. 70% ID, come on. Tell me what this thing is up to, because I know it has port launchers. Port and starboard. What is it doing? 98%? It has... Yeah, so I did see those splashes. I saw some splashes. I wasn't sure if that was exactly what I thought it would be. But yes, it is. It's the torpedo launch. Auto selector. We can probably pen this with armor piercing. Starboard turn. I might end up having to turn the Michelle off. No, you know what? We're going to continue on that way. I wonder if the Fury has the guts to launch torpedoes against my heavy cruisers. Because they might be concerned with accidentally hitting the Barossa. The V9 is patiently awaiting its turn. Which will come, eventually, after we've cleaned up the Barossa. Some light damage to the Baden, nothing I'm concerned with. I'm going to set you to high explosive, because I'm not sure about your ricochet chance. Destroy the main gun, very nice. That's their bow 7-incher. Oh, never mind. There goes their bow 7-incher. Lots of flash fires this episode. What's that about? Flooding. Keep it up. For now, they're just ignoring the DD, which they normally prioritize, so they might not really have a good line of sight on it. But also down to 50% structural. Which I think is still pretty good considering the amount of damage that she took from that flash fire. 48. Secondary tower destroyed. Flooding. Yeah, there we go. I'm gonna slow the Baden down. I'm gonna have the Michelle speed up. I'm gonna have you speed up as well. Don't fire. I don't want you to hit the friendly Michelle there. That'd be a bit of a bad show for the German Empire. Yes, there goes another funnel. There goes potentially another gun. There goes your rudder. Picked clean. But also 32%. Oh, if only I had a torpedo launcher on these heavy cruisers. If only. Boom! Ammo detonation. Ship is mainly on fire. She suffered about 32% losses to her crew. These poor sods are having a terrible time of it. There's the DD again. It seems like the heavy cruiser and the... Oh, shit. Hold on. But the heavy cruiser and the DD kind of left the Barossa to its own devices. Like, just... I don't know. See how you survive. They just left. I'm glad to see that at least something... that there is still something that these poor old heavy cruisers can do. More flooding. Don't hate on the V9, dude. I need that thing alive. Ah, green level of crew on the Michelle and the Baden. Excellent. Alright. You're next, Aurora. Eventually. What's your plan? Oh, you're coming back. Oh, 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 oh. Don't ram the sinking Barossa there, because that will still injure you. Okay. Now, let's see if I can slow the Aurora down some. Switch to the Fury. Get over here. That ship is so gonna throw a torpedo at me. Trying to sneak up on the Aurora. As long as she doesn't suspect the destroyer, I might be able to make work of it. Come on, Michelle, hard turn. Just do a full donut. Range, 2.3 kilometers away from the Aurora with V9. I have no smokescreen, and the Aurora has seen through the trap and has selected the DD as her primary target. So we're going to turn starboard. And we're going to launch torpedoes at the destroyer, sorry, at the cruiser, which is starting to turn, but hopefully not quick enough. No, that looks decent. We're at least going to get some hits. Boom. That's more like it. The V9 can temporarily leave. Come on. Ow. Aurora's status is 50% flooded. And counting. I don't quite understand why... Oh. Okay. Why the Fury isn't launching her torpedoes, but apparently the DD was the target. There you go. I really wonder how that new class of DDs is going to do. Hopefully we'll see them during this episode, because they're just about ready. That much time has passed. We are just about ready to see those new gunboat class destroyers. Come on, eliminate the Fury. There you go. Extensive fire. That's good. 44% flooded. You appear to have No rudder control, or at least not as good as you might like. Destroyed one of your main guns. Which one is that? The bow 9-inch is gone. Starboard turn. Slow you down some. Slow you down a lot. Could the V9 please survive? I'd very much like that, thank you. Flooding on the bows. Since your attack angle is pretty terrible, I'm gonna have you just start fires and destroy the main tower, ideally. Your angle is slightly better, so you're less likely to get a ricochet. You're gonna stick to AP. Ow. Secondary tower destroyed. Yeah, we'll get this guy. Not concerned. The battle was indeed a success, with 1,689 victory points versus 31. I did take some damage to the V9, as well as to the heavy cruisers, so they're both going to take, or they're all going to take some time to repair. But overall, I was able to sink the Aurora, the Barossa, and the Fury. Of course, the British, having no end to military ships, are still at a power projection of 76,000, with 13 battleships. So I'm very much looking forward to these new destroyers coming into being in the next month. Currently, 32,674 power projection. And now it's even less. What? Oh, this is not quite what I expected. Yeah, that's not going to happen. Oh. This is interesting. These are 3 of the new DDs, the 11, 12, and 13, against a couple of transports and the Northumberland. We've seen the Northumberland before, and that time around we weren't quite able to kill her. But now we can definitely test out those new gunboats destroyers. Let's smoke up. Don't torp anything. We're going to need those to kill the battlecruiser. Yes, look at these boys work. Glorious. Destroyers doing what they do best. Destroy things. Your reload is sitting at what? 10 seconds. Oh, that's good. Accuracy leaves a little bit to be desired. But then again, these ships just came off of the shipyards. And on top of that, the crews have had absolutely no chance to put the ships through their paces. So we'll just have to take their word for it and let them train, in essence, on the job. What I would love to see at some point is an overview of how many transports I've sunk and how many transports the British have built. I know you get that at the end of the campaign, but I would love to see it before. Just to see what sort of an effect you actually have when you're sinking them. Hold. What on earth are you doing? Ah, screw it. I don't strictly need to sink the battlecruiser. I mean, it'd be great if I do, but it's not strictly required. Let's slow you folks down. If you could launch those torpedoes now, that'd be great. Yeah, let's just raid and get out. Especially with these new, fairly expensive 2.4 million destroyers. That's a bit of an overkill against an already dead ship. Okay, split. You're going to target this. This one. Because I might actually hit this strenuous as well. There, torpedoes away. Nice fanfire. So I might very well do more than hit one transport. Which would be an extremely economic use of my torpedoes. Or I end up hitting none of them, I don't know. Yeah, the Strenuous will take a hit. Causing massive flooding and potentially killing the transport outright. At this point though, the battlecruiser has come into range. And is starting to get pretty annoyed with what we're doing to their protectees. Get back up to speed. Oh wow, we hit the turret with one of the torps that the the 11th sent out. Interesting. Flash. Stop arming your transports and you stop having flash fires on them. Oh well. Sink the turret. Need to sink 100% of these. So let's do that before that battlecruiser starts actually inflicting some kills. We don't need to sink that many more. There you go. Diana is down. Rebel should be down soon. You're going to take down the turret. I want you to target the oak. We gave these coincidence rangefinders to very quickly switch from one target to the next. Oh, come on. Smoke. And smoke and smoke. Ow. Damn transports. See, now all of a sudden, all of the transports are packing. Ah, there's the Northumberland. I'm going to speed you back up and have you kill the Brisbane. There goes the turret. Well done. Target that. Don't launch torps at it, though. I want to be out of here before that battlecruiser actually starts to deal damage. And I'm not going to rush it either. I think the chance of me killing it or landing a torpedo hit are not in any kind of comparison to the chance of losing a destroyer. It's not worth the risk. It really isn't. Torpedo if you can. No, you don't need to. Hold on. Oh well. Okay, turn back. Oak is down. Brisbane is down. And that leaves the Noble. Another torpedo slams into the Brisbane. This is the last transport that we need to sink. There's your battlecruiser. Definitely staying at more than safe range from my DDs. Come on, 11. You've done a lot of work already. Finish off the Noble and run away. Go on. 0.8% buoyancy. Bingo! Job done. That means that they should have lost line of sight. And yeah, I can end the battle. So destroyer rate successful. I was not able to do anything against the battle cruiser, but 11 of their transports have been sunk. Nice work. What about the rest of my fleet? 7 months and 8 months before the battle cruisers come online. We're still minus 1.4 million. We're still not doing very well there. But, well, we'll just have to keep at it. Oh, and of course the British have finished construction of another battleship, the Lord Nelson. They now have double the number of battleships relative to me. Great. The one good thing is that I have a new maximum shipyard size of 29,200 tons. So I can design a new battleship. My biggest battleship yet. Because the previous class was what, 25 something? 25.2. So these new guys are 4,000 tons heavier. Sadly, I'm not going to really be able to get them any more advanced guns. So they're still limited to 13s, but they might be able to pack a ton of them. It's a good thing that I can design a new battleship anyway. Because I need to get that operational range up. Let's set you to 22 knots. And make sure that you have a nice amount of protection. Stereo range finding, we're not going to go up close. Aux engine, yes please. Firepower, 13s. We can potentially pack 10 guns on here. Let's see, we get the standards. It's 260 tons, 245. This should be good enough. There and there. Ship is overweight. That's unfortunate. So I still need to add quite a few things. Turbines. There you go. That fixed it. Five 9, 5 7. Point 4. Okay. Armor-wise, decent amount of armor, but not on the belts. Yeah, I'm going to set them to about 18,000 kilometer range. That ought to be sufficient. And I would like to increase their reload speed. You're going to get just 2 5-inch secondaries to keep you safe from destroyers. Just don't fight destroyers, period. Don't do it at all, because you will die. It's not your job. Don't pick a fight with destroyers. Let's go to 21 knots. 13.5 inches of armor on the turrets. Main belts to 11. Superstructure, some. 6-inch forebelt is too much. 5.9. It's not stellar, but I don't really expect these ships to be picking that much of a fight with smaller ships. I just want to build these for power projection, really. Good lord. 25 million a pop. How much is that going to cost to build per month? $1 million. I can't quite afford that at the moment, sadly. Yeah, not yet. Oh well, I'll have to see if I can shore up some money elsewhere to make sure that the new battleship can come into construction. Anyway, that'll be it for today. Thank you for watching, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you soon for more.